What's going on, Bot vs. Con fans? This is Bobby the Bot, and I'm back with another round of reviews. Today we're going to talk about Ocular Max's Navigant, aka Streetwise, and this is the toy version. So before we jump into the review, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. On the front, you can see PS25A, which is their toy version. You have a nice representation of the alt mode as well as the bot mode. Looks pretty menacing there with his little pistol. On the side, we have Streetwise. On the back, it talks about his background. I won't read that. You can pause the video and take a look at that if you like. It shows him transforming as well as the combined mode, which is kind of cool. Again, we see Streetwise on the top, Streetwise in his alt and bot mode, and in the back some stuff that we really don't care about. So let's go ahead and get this guy opened up. Okay, now we got Navigant out the box here, and he looks pretty good. But before we go into the bot, let's go ahead and talk about some of the accessories he comes with. As always, they come with an instruction booklet, which folds out pretty nicely. He has his collector's card, and if you've watched the channel, you know that I actually collect these cards and display them. He comes with his pistol, which is similar to the original release, as well as two faces, which we can swap out. This one, he just has a little smirk on his face, and this one looks like the interrogation didn't really go well, so he might be yelling. We'll try those on later. And then he also comes with a new weapon, which the original didn't, and I really like this. Looks like he might be shooting, it's a flamethrower, I think. Looks really good. I can definitely see displaying him with this on. This pulls out. I don't know if there's a reason for that or not, but we will see when we get into transformation and if he can store this. Now let's move this stuff out the way and bring in the main attraction here. And we can see that he's kind of an off-white, like a grayish or light gray color almost. Looks very good. I love the details in the chest here, or the upper neck region, I should say, of the orange. It breaks it up from the original. Now, I will be bringing in the original release as well for comparisons, but some of the things that definitely stick out are the head sculpt. It is definitely a different head sculpt, and it's a little plain if you ask me. The legs match the midsection, and again, this orange up here. Everything else pretty much seems the same. The spoiler back here is black instead of gray, and the feet are the same color as the knees, this reddish orange instead of the gray from the original. Details wise, he looks really good. I did love this figure because it cleans up so very well. In terms of articulation, we can look up. It doesn't look down, but does spin around, and it is on a ball joint there, looks like. In terms of arms, there are no ratchets, but they're very stiff. And we can see it goes up about that far. We do get full rotation. We do get, now this does interfere a little bit, so you can turn it and then lift it up, but it does bump right there. I guess you can also spin that around if you like, and then it doesn't interfere. In terms of hands, they do rotate a little bit there. Has individual fingers here, excuse me. Thumb is on a ball joint, and again, we can get full wrist rotation there. It does go in and out due to transformation. We do have a waist swivel. There is Not an ab crunch there. Doesn't. Oh, I take that back. There is. This is the second time I've done that recently. It's just really stiff. We do get full frontal kick there, as well as back. He can hit the Van Damme split. We also get, and it's tight, we get a full knee bend there. And again, he can touch the back of his head if he'd like to. Looking at the feet, we get the bend at the toe there. We get a little bit of an ankle tilt. And I like it. And again, we can take a look at the back. Cleans up very, very well. As I mentioned, you do get butt flaps. You do get hip flaps. And of course, the front flaps, which I like also because they're separated and it's not one big flap. So for comparison, let's go ahead and bring in the original. And first thing you'll notice is the head probably. I actually like the head on this version better. That color really breaks it up. The glasses are really, really cool as well. I think I like the solid color on the top here as well. This looks like it's not finished. I do like the red in the waist here versus the gray in the waist here, excuse me. I think I like the silver panels better here. It just kind of brings out that little silver that's in the middle here that's missing from here. Again, I mentioned that the wings, and we'll see this better in transformation, but it's black here versus the wing being gray here. And of course, the toes being this reddish orange here versus gray here. And again, these are burgundy or more of a reddish color here, while these are reddish orange. In terms of from the side, they look pretty similar. There is some black. Oops, I missed that. There's some black here around the bumper, and it's not here. And I do have this spun the opposite way, so we can see that. The details in the back are pretty much the same. Again, just the color difference is the only thing that I notice here. So let's take him off and let's see how this guy looks with his weapons. So I really like this. It just kind of has this plug that goes into the little chamber here. And put that in. Close up the hand. And he holds that really, really well. See, that's not falling out. And the gun looks really, really cute. Little pew-pew there. Now let's try this. Again, I think this is a flamethrower. I really do like this. Let's see if we can get his thumb up. And again, just kind of plugs in. If I can get it to. Now this one doesn't tap in. It's like the tab isn't long enough, it feels like. But let's see. He still holds it very well. There we go. Okay, now it's in there. And again, he can definitely do some flaming there. I do like that. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get him transformed into vehicle mode, and we'll be right back. I don't do that on camera. There's some trained professionals who do that. So give me a minute and I'll be right back. I actually forgot, before I do that, let's try on these faces and see how this looks. It's kind of cool how this works. So we're just gonna tilt his head back like that, reach up under the chin and slide those out. They are just held on with a little tab there, and we'll just plug the hole into the tab right there. Let's look at the grinning or smirking face. All right, there's that one. Looks like he's very happy he just busted a criminal. And now he definitely looks a little pissed off here. Probably he just lost a criminal. So there's the different heads. I will probably keep the original head on of just this stern face. But now let's get him transformed, and now we'll be right back. All right, so here we have Navigant in his alt mode, and it looks really good, if I do say myself. It looks like it has a black bra. I remember these in the 80s. My mom had one on her car. We have a silver door here, which was popular as well back in the days. I like the silver rims, rubber tires. We can see amber painted here and the red blinker light here. Painted very well in the back as well with all the lights. Again, we can see the silver. Nice transparent lights on top. Again, we can see the black spoiler versus the gray one on the previous release. They actually painted the rear mirrors here. It's supposed to look silver or look like glass, but that's pretty cool that they did that. You can see from the top, all the windows are black. From the bottom, really hides the bot mode. Have a silver exhaust pipe here. Looks very good, and it does roll, as we can see there. So let's go ahead and bring in the previous release and do some comparisons. So you can see right off the bat that this one's more of a lighter, almost white, gray, like a chalk, actually, I think that is, versus this one is the light gray. We can see that the star, again, is painted here, and the door versus the yellow star here. The rims are the same. It looks like the decorations of the amber light and the red and black light are the same. Looking at the back, it's pretty much the same there as well. Underneath, they both clean up very well. Again, you can see the highlights of the reddish orange here on the new one. So yeah, I think they look very good in alt mode. And so let's take him back out. Now you can store one of the guns. I don't really like the way it stores, but you would fold up the handle, and in essence, you're going to crack this piece open, and it just kind of falls right in here. There's not a real spot for it, but you just kind of drop it in, and there you go. You have your storage. Now, again, this one, I don't think you can do the same. It is much too long to fit there. There's nowhere for it to tab in on the bottom. So I guess we'll just have to keep this one off to the side. And now let's go ahead and get him in combine mode. We'll be right back. Okay, so here we have Navigant in his combine mode, and really he's just a big old hunk of togetherness here. As you can see, there's no foot included. That comes with hotspot, but looks pretty good, I guess. You can definitely tell it's G1 somewhat accurate. Everything tabs in really securely, which I do like. Again, it's just a big block here though. So let's bring in the previous release for comparison. And instead of a light gray, you have a little bit darker gray block. But again, everything looks pretty good. Everything stays secure. And there you have it. Now, I will not be bringing out hotspot since I only have one version of him currently. So I'll wait till we get that finished off and I will do a combined video. But as for now, here you have MMC or Ocular Max's Navigant, the toy version. I will go ahead and look for comments if you have any. Let us know what you think about it and continue to subscribe and check out our videos. Until next time, as always, till all debates are won. See you next time.